Hello, hello, Acolytes. It is I, B-Man296 Brandon, or Azgraneth. And, welcome to my end of the year stream. This is, unfortunately, like I said on, the Discord. Let me turn this down just a little bit, because it's kind of messing with my ears. Let me know if the music's too loud. Wait, did I add the... Oh, shit. No, I didn't. Hang on. I gotta add something to the whatchamacallit. There's a reason why I did this. There's a reason why I still had the YouTube stuff open. There we go. Save. Thank God I fucking did that shit. That would have sucked. Alright. So yeah. Here we are. My last stream of the year. Like I said on the Discord, it's going to be extremely scuffed, unfortunately, just because I had to leave town. I had to go out of town. Hey, Pixel. Let me know if the music's too loud, Pixel. Like I said, this is going to be extremely scuffed because, unfortunately, I had to go out of town for most of the remainder of the week, so I didn't have enough time to polish any of this. So... it's gonna be scuffed as hell. Oh... It's unfortunately gonna be really scuffed, but, you know, we'll make it work. Just real quick before anything else, quick shout out to Hark, by the way. I know his link's in the description. He threw this together for me pretty this holiday little thing pretty fast. Appreciate him. Hopefully that link to his Ko-Fi still works. If you need stuff done like this, go check him out. Spread the holiday cheer. Alright, so how today's gonna work. I am going to be doing... So, I have... Let me pull up my notes. I did write a fucking equivalent of an itinerary for today. So, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be going through some games in order of stuff we've played. Or some stuff that we've played, you know, stuff that, like, I can quantifiably, you know, use a tier list for. So, Wuthering Waves, the Rune Factory series, and, Pokemon, there we go. And the, Pokemon games. I'll have, clips with that, to go along, or, yeah, I'll have clips to go along with those. So yeah, like, after we get through each one, we'll watch some clips, you know, just some of what I think are, you know, some of my the better highlights of this year. So, without further ado, let me... Model's gonna be weird for a second. I do not have that key minded. Alright, so we're doing Wuthering Waves first. Whew. Obviously, we got our standard tier list, you know, S to D to S. I'm not basing this off of, you know, necessarily how good the character is entirely. I'm basing it off of, you know, story relevance, how well I vibe with the character. You know, shit like that. So, let's start off with, the Rovers. Personally, I'm thinking, I'm just gonna put both of them up there. I think Rover is an S-tier, gacha protagonist. He's a very much... Rover is very much a... Like, it's still kind of meant to be a... Like, you know, a self-insert, but at least kind of at the start. But he has, like, his own motivations, his own personality, his own viewpoints and morals and shit. Like, he feels like a fully fleshed out character without being, you know, entirely, like... It feels like you could put yourself in their shoes, but at the same time, they don't feel like a plastic fucking character like some gacha protagonist. So definitely looking at it in terms of that, definitely an S. That and plus, there's not a single version of Rover so far, element-wise, that I hate. Havoc and Arrow are my two favorites. I haven't bothered building Spectros because I don't have a team that needs Spectral Rover, unfortunately. Some of these characters, I might even forget their fucking names. Yang Yang and Chisa, they're impactful in 1.0. Like, they were two prevalent characters, and I'm ranking them side by side because they show up together. But in terms of, like, anything after that, we don't really hear anything from them, so I'm gonna kind of put them at, like, I'll put them at, like, a B, because they showed up a lot in 1.0. And they were fairly likable. They were okay. Although Yang Yang never shut the fuck up. So there's that. Oh, shit. Oh, I have to click play every time when it fucking... Oh, that's stupid. Oh, well, we know now. Baija. Good, decent support, decent healer. In terms of story relevance, she was there. But I'm thinking C. Thinking C for Baija. Also, as for when we're going to be doing clips, what I'm thinking is if I come across a character that I think is involved in one of these clips, I'm going to, you know, move over to it. But that's besides the point. As for Alto, good wingman, decent personality, cracks me up a little bit. Still putting him in D tier, because I have you. S6, and then some. Stop showing up in my polls, even when you're not a higher rate up on the fucking banners. Stop it. I don't need you anymore. Leave me alone, Alto. Leave me alone. Dungeon. She doesn't show up in the story at all, I don't think. Outside of, like, an event at the start of the game. Oh, fuck. Outside of that, she's pretty fucking good. I use her in my Havoc Rover team. And she doesn't need a lot to be insane. So gameplay-wise, she's pretty fun. And good. But in terms of story relevance, that's gonna put her down. I'm gonna put her... I'll put her below Baija. Then we got Mortifi. Mortifi. Where do I want to put you? Because the thing with Mortifi is... I don't use him a whole lot. I don't have a team that needs him. So that, for me, is going to degrade down my personal opinion of him in the gameplay side of things. However, he is also a Dragon Boy. With all those scales and everything. So, you know, repping us out there. Story-wise, he's only really impactful for, like, it's the same with Baija. How's your day been going, by the way, Pixel, while I try and think about... I'm thinking... I gotta do it to him. He's above Alto, but he doesn't have much story relevance. And that's just it's not. I don't personally use him, so I can't justify bumping him up any higher. Alright, but I got work tomorrow. Oof. Yeah. Sanhua. Another situation of which I don't really use her. I can't comment on her gameplay. I know she's very good in general support. As for her personality in the story, she was pretty consistent throughout 1.0 in terms of like the whole Huang Long stuff. That's enough for me to kind of bump her up to a C. Tao Chi, another character that love her to death. Love using her as a replacement for Zhezha in my Carlotta team until Zhezha eventually gets her fucking rerun. Whether that happens soon or, you know, the anniversary comes around. But she only shows up like once or twice in the story. So for that, I'm going to kind of put her bottom C tier. He shows up once as well. I don't use him. I don't know anyone that uses him. Outside of, you know, challenging themselves to solo fucking endgame content with one character. Yuan Wu, or whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, you're going bottom D tier. Verena. I'm gonna be blunt. I don't like her playstyle. She's a good support. She's a good healer. I don't like how she needs to fill up her whole Forte meter to heal. Or she has to have Forte to heal and needs to perform heavy attacks, which leaves her fucking vulnerable. That could just be a skill issue on my part, but I just don't like it. I'll put her above Sanhua. She shows up like once or twice in the story. Calculator. Boy. Calcaro. He had the big fucking reveal in the last of 2.7, which was pretty nice. That being said, he's also shown up in some events. I'm working on building him. I like his playstyle. I'm gonna give him a B, but I'm gonna put him... Yeah, I'm gonna put him above these two. Encore! Adorable as shit. Manipulative little fuck. Listens to Alto way too much. You're getting the bottom... Also, oh, and I lost my fucking Brenna to her. So you know what? No, you're going right there above Alto. Nope, never mind. I just remembered that. Fuck you, Encore, you bitch. You're the reason why I don't have my freaking Tacit Slayer. Ah! Fuck. Jean Shin. I've messed with her playstyle. It's alright. Relevance of the story is kind of meh. I'm gonna put her above Mortifi D. Lang Yang, don't have him. I played with him like once or twice. Didn't like his playstyle. I just want him for completing the fucking 5-star set. D tier. Oh, fuck. Who is this motherfucker again? Hang on. Let me pull up the list of fucking characters again. Hang on. Let me see if there's... That's Wuthering Labs. Okay. Oh. Where the... Oh, Jian. Okay, that was Jian. He held a pretty good significance in the story. Did it pause again? You motherfucker! Oh, hang on. I think the pizza's here. So we're gonna do a quick BRB. Alright, I am back. I apologize for that. Oh, shit. Whoops. Wrong one. Alright, yeah, I got pizza, so you might hear me occasionally mute my mic. Alright. Xion, relatively decent story. The few times I've gotten to play him because I don't have him, he was alright. I know he's still pretty decent in the meta, so I'll give him an A. Yinlin didn't really have too much relevance in the plot. I loved her companion quest though, and for some other reasons, we're just gonna move her to the top of B tier. Why not? Alright, and then this is, Jinshi. She was pretty relevant throughout the entire thing. I loved the ending of, like, the Huanglong stuff with her. And also, she is a Sentinel Resonator. She is still really good. I don't have her, but I know people who do. So, I would be willing to put her beyond Xion. Changli! This is the part where, like, I get kind of conflicted, because, like, I like her, but, like, I love her playstyle and everything, and her character's great, but at the same time, it's like, meh? I don't know. I'm willing to give her the height of C tier, to be honest. I also don't use her. So, there's that. Zezha. Didn't like her companion quest, doesn't show up in the main story, and her voice is annoying. The only reason why I'm going to be pulling for her is for my Carlotta. I'm putting you even below Alto. Zhang Liao. Never touched him. Immediately came out after Calcaro, kind of making him slightly irrelevant. Does the same amount of damage, same element. I don't think he's shown up in the story at all, and if he does, I don't remember, which kind of speaks volume. So, I'm putting him at least above Lang Yang. Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper requires no introduction. She's been with us for a while. We risked our lives to save her. We're giving her S tier. S tier. Fuck. Who the hell is this bitch? Yahoo, whatever the fuck her name is. She showed up like one fucking time towards the end of the Huang Long stuff before Black Shores. And that's it. I don't really use her. D tier. Camellia. Oh god, Camellia. Alright, we all know the rule. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Do not stick your dick in crazy. That being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and just slide her here. You know, she's a Beyblade. She's Beyblade. She's fun to play, and I love her character. Who the fuck's this rat again? Lumi. There we go, Lumi. She showed up like for a little bit, but I'm also not a big fan of her playstyle, so. Oh, Carlotta. Oh, that's not what I wanted to open. Yes, I also only picked like 3 or 4 Christmas songs. Again, this is very rushed. Which is unfortunate, but we're making do. Carlotta. Oh boy. She was involved in a lot in Renacida, and I do mean a lot. Her companion quest was just... was so good. I love her accent, too. Her voice actor fucking nailed it. I think she shares the same VA as Shadowheart, now that I think about it. But no, no questions asked. S tier. Roshi, she's kind of cute. I didn't really pay attention to her. Like, she's little, so... Yeah. She's shy, like, I didn't really pay too much attention to her companion quest, and none of it, like, stuck with me. She's fun to play, so for that, I'll give her B. I'll put her above these two, at least. Phoebe! Poor, innocent Phoebe. She doesn't really, like, cram the Sentinel shit down people's throats, but, like, when she got on Zani's case for not going to the church or whatever, it kind of lost points for me. I get it, she's an apostle, or an acolyte, whatever the fuck you want to call it, but, like, eh. But she's what her character should be, so that's a B. Brant. Saved our asses when Alto's boat fucked us. Not only that, Homeboy was a wingman to us with Carlotta. Not to mention his kit's fun as shit to play. I'm giving him an A. Oh, Cantarella. Oh boy. This will be the first time in the evening where I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna pause the music and we're gonna switch to our first clip. Pixel, you're in this one. Technically speaking, you're in this. Screen that real quick. Buddy. Fuck you for this, by the way, Pixel. I Cannot believe you did this to me. Let me turn this up. God damn it. God, I really am that easy to fucking bait. Fucking hell, I really am easy to fucking debate, huh? It's fucking... Alright. Had to do it. You had to do me like that. You just had to do me like that. Yeah. Cantarella's gameplay is fun from what I got to play of it. I love her character. That's another A. We'll put her below Brant. Zani! Oh boy. This is where we get to the second clip of the day. Let me pull up my list here. I think this is the right one. Yes! Yes, it is. Wow, I actually ordered that right. Holy fuck. Look at your boy being organized. This just cracked me up. This just cracked me up. Let me pause the music. This just fucking full sent me seeing this. I'm pretty sure, like, later on we started counting the fucking cans, and I think there was, like, 5 or 6 of them bitches on that fucking edge. Oh my god. I love Zani, though. She was great. She is just so tired of everyone's shit. And I can respect that. Enough to give her an A. I think I'll put her above Cantarella on this one. Siakona. Siakona, I like her playstyle, and she has a pretty fun personality. She's a bard, she's got that energy to her and everything. Her, I guess, companion quest, but it was more... Ooh, excuse me. It was more so of an event, which is still available, which I like that they do that. I liked it a lot. I liked her origins. I understand her motivations and everything. Put her below Zani. Do I even need to say anything? Do I even need to fucking say anything? Top of the fucking... Nope. You get back there, Carlotta. Cardathea. Her fucking shit? No, you don't. I'm going to anyways. Her fucking, like, her prevalence in the story, top fucking notch, and it was, what, a Sentinel Resonator, which should be relevant to the story all throughout. Fucking fantastic. Her shit had me crying like a bitch on multiple occasions. Fun fucking gameplay. And then her fleur-de-lis form is just... Whew, boy. Yeah, well-deserved S. Lupa. I meant say anything. Fair. Lupa... I love her spirit. She's great. Her story her part in the story was awesome, too. I'm confused as to why she didn't join us hunting down the Dark Tide in Septimont after the whole thing with Cristoforo. Well, Cristoforo was kind of a bitch all throughout, but you get my point. Her wheat beer shit was hilarious as well, I think. But I'm not too big of a fan of her gameplay. I think I'll put her above Yinlin. Frolova. Oh boy. This quest broke me. When I finished that stream, when I finished that fucking stream, all I was doing afterwards was just looking at my screen. I was just staring in disbelief. I couldn't. Then she came back and just, like, pissed me off. So, you know what? She gets an S for being the best villain. Oh, hang on, I'll put her fucking... I don't much care for her gameplay. I like her animations and everything, but her story is enough for me to bump her up to an S. Augusta. I love her gameplay. And I might even try and pull on her in Phase 2 for 3.0. But in terms of her I love her personality and everything, her willingness to fight and everything, it's just... She's great, I like it, it's just, I don't think she's deserving of an S. I don't have an issue with her. I will put her above Brant. Same thing with the Yuno. I love her. She's great. She is a massive fucking tease and loves pulling our leg and shit. It's just... And her gameplay is also really fucking fun, so I'll put her right next to Augusta here. Then we have Galbrenna. Fucking Galbrenna. Her gameplay is simple and fun. Her fucking story is top-notch. Her interactions with Rover are fucking hilarious. And her design, it's just, she's great. I will put her above I'll put her above them for that. Kion. He's pretty fucking fun. I love his playstyle, I love his backstory and everything. It's pretty fucking epic. Also, Blind Swordsman. Kind of an overdone thing, but it's done well here. I'll put him below... See a Kona here. Then we're gonna get the Chisa. She's a good character. She's not my favorite. I love her playstyle, but her personality and everything is like... It's good. I like her we're probably gonna see more of her in Lahai Roy, so I'm not like too confident, like... I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt when I place her high B. I'll place her above Lupa. Hoping to see more of her personality fleshed out, but it feels kind of like that stereotypical schoolgirl thing. And then there's Bulling. Oh boy. Bulling. Holy shit. Fucking... She's pretty fucking funny, but her scamming and everything can kind of get on my nerves a little bit too. Her gameplay and stuff is also really neat, so I'll put her at the bottom of the B tier. Alright. this is our Wuthering Waves tier list. That went by a lot faster than I thought. So we're gonna save. We're just gonna save. Oh. Save. Alright, and now I'm gonna pull up the next clip. So we've got 3 more clips for Wuthering Waves. And I'm gonna pull them up right now. I'm gonna pull one up right. Oh yeah, I should have done this one for. Technically, it's her weapon, so I don't know if if we should count that. Yes, I did put some of my polls in there, but you know, this was like, I was so grateful for this that we got it early. I think we're like what 60 something pity in. Okay, yeah, I was 60. Okay. I think I was up to. I think that specific one popped at 63. I can't remember. Let's see. The next one was. Oh yeah, crap! I should have fucking done the. Ah well, I don't remember all of what these are. So. Yeah, no, this is when we got Chisa at fucking 40 pity. I went so wild when that happened. This one wasn't too long ago. That took so long to load, too. Oh god, I blew out my own eardrums. Ow! I'm gonna turn that down. Oh shit. Ow. Oh shit, hang on. Is that not recording audio? Is that not... Is that not displaying audio? Or is that not... That's not... Properties... Why is that not... What? It's not playing audio. Is it playing audio? Hang on, I gotta listen to this on my actual stream. What the hell? No, it's not. What the hell is happening? Okay, here we go. Am I gonna have to do this every fucking time? Here, let me restart this. That should... Let me turn that down too, so I don't blow up my own eardrums again. It's weird. Alright. That's a concern. Okay, now it's playing. Oh shit! Let's fucking go! 40 pity! There we go. 40 pity! Let's fucking go! I have a guarantee! God, I really hope I'm not forced to do another 50-50 on my next character pull, though. That's gonna suck. They knew what they were doing with that screenshot. Or that angle. I meant to say, I don't know why I misspeak sometimes, man. Now if we could just get the weapon early too, we will be set for 3.0's card. That's a concern. Alright, there was that. And then... let me pull up. This is number 5. Let me pull up. Oh, yeah, shit. Damn, this was a one with... damn it, I was just going through streams. No point in... beat myself up over this one. Okay, now why does that want to work? What the hell? Now it wants to work right. What the fuck? I didn't get my screenshot on this. No, I didn't get my screenshot! I was so mad. I wanted that screenshot. I never got to get my screenshot, man. Fucking bullshit. That was the last one from that. Alright. Let's turn back on the Christmas music. While we pull up our next tier list. We're gonna do the Rune Factory games. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these games in order of like their number. So we'll do 3, 4, 5, and a Zuma. So I'll rank the game first, and then we'll rank the Bachelorettes in each game. Alright. First up, Rune Factory 3. Personally, I liked it, but there's some negatives to it. First and foremost, the starting storage they give you. Like, and this is just more of it being an older game, but some of that excuse kind of goes down the drain when you think about the fact that they had time to like update stuff. Like they gave Rune Factory 4 special, right? They force triggered some of the RNG events instead of like having it be completely RNG to save Venti and shit. Like that, like they fixed that stuff up, but stuff for like Rune Factory 3, like for example, some of the dialogue didn't make sense. Like when we did Daria's marriage stuff, that whole dungeon, her calling herself human even though she was an elf, that part didn't make sense. They could have fixed that up. They could have fixed some of the stuff like the, you know, different leveled vegetables not stacking, even though they were the same vegetable, you know, shit like that. They could have fixed some of that up. So for me, that kind of like bogs that down. The story was great, but the length of the game, it felt like I was going through everything too fast. Granted, I always kind of like bum rush shit, but even then, like Rune Factory 4 took me ages. It took me ages compared to 3. And 5. God, 5 just... we'll get into 5. So, I'm gonna give Rune Factory 3, into and of itself, I'm giving it an A. And now I gotta pull up the names of these fucking characters. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. Alright, so we got... and this will be based off of my experiences with them either in the actual game when I played it, or based on what I've seen from other people's streams. Colette, she's pretty chill. Definitely a little food crazy, but she's not as eccentric as the rest of the town from my memory. But still, I'm not the biggest fan. I'll give her a C. Unfortunately, the images look to be kind of cropped, so I hate that. I would think they'd do it from, like, the lowest part up, but, you know. That's just me. Carmen. I don't like the weird obsession she has with her brother. I know that there's probably, like, that probably chills out as time goes on, but even still, man. I'm giving her a D. Like, just based on what I've seen of her. Up next, you kind of already know. This bitch snuck up on my heart. She's an eccentric painter. Her yelling rainbow annoys the shit out of me. But at the same time, god damn it, was she actually, like, slowly becoming sweet, and her stuff is great. I hate how that managed to kind of creep in on me. Raven, tsundere to the end. Although I haven't done her marriage stuff, I imagine it's not too much different. I think the another episodes are where that kind of changes. So I'm gonna give her probably an S as well. She was in my top 3. Now, Shara feels like the canon choice in this situation. Like, in this game. She feels, obviously, like the canon choice. You know, she saves you, all that stuff. She's very nice, but it very much feels like, you know, they want her to be the main girl kind of thing. And, I don't know. To me, she's great, but I don't think she's as good as Daria or Raven. So she's going to get an A. Sophia. I guarantee you there's a reason why she does the whole backwards speech. It's from her dad, I know that. And I know that there's probably a whole fucking thing you get to go through to figure that shit out and all that bull. It still gives me a headache. It gives me a fucking headache. I hate it. It's the only reason why she wasn't even in the top 5 for me. I'm giving her a fucking D. I know that's gonna piss what's his nuts off, but I don't care. I just can't do it, man. Especially when her sister would have been so much better. As fucked as that might be to say. Sakuya. I don't really have any issues with Sakuya. She's alright. She might be, 4 or 5 on the list. So, I'll give her a B. I hate needles. I hate the idea of someone testing unwillingly on people. I feel like that is a huge violation. It sounds violating. I don't care what her backstory or anything is. And from what I hear in her, another episode stuff, or Newlywed, whatever the fuck you want to call it. From what I hear, she doesn't get any better. You're going bottom of the D tier, bitch. Same thing with Karina. She's sleepy all the time, she slacks. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's eh. I'll put her in C. Pia's an adorable bubble of energy. She's too innocent for this world. I like her design too, so for that, I'm gonna give her a high C. And then we've got Karuna. I kind of understand what she went through. I get why she was so stubborn. But at the same time, it's like, she was less stubborn than Wells, and her and Wells are probably about the same age. But I don't know. I don't know. Her design's nice. I don't know too much about her, so I'll put her in the bottom of B. I'll be fair to her. Alright. A lot of these next ones I know by heart, so... Alright. Let's pull up some Rune Factory 3 clips. Oh, yeah. This. I fucking... Oh, no. Let me make sure this is working.
Murderous intent.
Yeah.
Alright, Chad, if you don't say anything,
I won't.
Time to put the child.
I really, really wanted... You have no idea how tempting it was to punt a small child. I say that in the most joking way that I can. But god damn. Does that shit sometimes annoy me? Alright. Oh god, let me pause that and restart that. This cracked me up. I hate it that she grew on me this much. But you know what?
That's still a ways off, she says. You know, world domination. I could be into that. Just a little.
Just a little bit of world domination. Just a little bit of world domination, chat. Ain't hurt nobody. Give me some fucking Pinky in the Brain vibes. Alright, what was this one? I don't remember how. Oh.
What the fuck is this girl's strength?
Ah. Yes, this. When she slowly started to creep into my heart. I hate it.
What the fuck is this girl's strength?
Also doesn't help that I really love her voice actor.
Something tells me that she wasn't working on a statue. She just wanted a gift from us. Why are women so complicated, man?
A shame, really. It would have looked lovely on that statue. Oh well, maybe it's for the best.
What the
This woman, god damn. Fucking Christ. It was moments like that that really made Rune Factory stand out. Alright, let's see what's number 4. Oh, this. God damn it. Code, if you see this, or if you're watching this right now, fuck you for this. I'm glad I wasn't taking to drink anything when this was said in the chat.
I wonder who I gotta talk to upgrade my bag space. Like I said, it's between Shara, ever seeing...
I fucking hate it. It still fucking cracks me up. I can't not laugh at it.
Fucking God.
I just... Sometimes you guys are incorrigible, you know? God. There are times where we share a brain cell chat, and it genuinely worries me about your guys' mental health. Oh. Oh, this. When I was drinking.
Okay, really? We're already starting off rip with the third? Just fuck already. I mean, what?
I legit... That is what I mean by my intrusive thoughts always prevail when I'm drinking. I say shit like that. God damn it. Was that the last one of, that was the last one for 3. Alright. We're gonna start with 5. We're gonna start on 5 stuff now. Give me a second. Okay. So, or not 5, 4. Oh shit. Excuse me. Alright. Rune Factory 4 is, to me, one of the greatest fucking... Well, let me do this, actually. Let me put the game before... Alright. Before any characters. I think, personally, Rune Factory 4, out of the 4 games that I've played so far, I think it's 4. 3, 4, 5... Yeah. I think is one of the best out of the 4. So, I'm gonna give it an S. The combat's great, the characters are all endearing, there's not a... Well, there's some I wanted to punch in the face, but not nearly as badly as some others that we'll get into. Venti was a treat. And I loved every bit of it. It was a magical game. Alright, on to ranking the Bachelorettes. Amber. Compared to everyone else, except for maybe Xiao Pai, probably the youngest looking. I get why they did that. It's a wide age range that plays the game. Games, but it just felt off to me. So, but I didn't hate her character as a whole. I just found it odd that she was a romance option and she replaced, oh, what's her nuts? The flower shop girl. As the Bachelorette. There was originally going to be stuff for her. Oh, God. Lumi, there we go. Lumi, I think, some shit like that. Yeah, Lumine was originally supposed to have Amber's spot, but I think they wanted to make sure all of the Guardians had, or were romance characters. Which I get, but it just still feels weird to me. She's still... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. She's still a very sweet character. I still love her character. So, that's a C. Colette, I think? Damn it. I really didn't want to have the pull. I thought I had all the... Hang on. RF for Bachelorettes. Hang on. Alright, fuck it. Chlorica. God damn it. My memory. Chlorica is like the perfected version of Karina. She's not lazy. It's just... She has sleep apnea or whatever the fuck that is. Looking at some of her, like, she was in my top 3, I think. But yeah, no, hers, because I've seen her marriage stuff, which kind of is like, just a little bit. I'm gonna put her in B above Sakuya. Oh boy. Here's the oh, Dolce. Her and fucking Pika's antics remain forever ingrained upon my heart. I fucking love those two. I love Dolce. She's great. She's a tsundere, but it's like not as bad as Raven tsundere was. But yeah. As for where to place her, I think she's better than Daria and Raven. Her story is fucking sad. Got me in the dick. Her marriage stuff is hilarious. Her constant bickering with Pika is just endearing as shit. I love it. I love it, I love it. Alright. And then we've got Forte. Let's just be honest. For people in the chat right now, just come out and say it. She looks like Saber. She is basically Saber. Am I wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I think she's a badass character. However, she didn't really, like, stand out to me. And anyway, I'm gonna put her underneath Chlorca. Oh, fuck. Here comes Margaret. What I think was supposed to be the canon option for 4. Just based on a few things, such as, like, in her another episode, she has twins, and then in Rune Factory 5, she mentions she has 2 kids. Not to mention, she has the most, pre-romance events out of any fucking character. Most of them have, like, 1 or 2. She had 4. 4 fucking events! But I managed to get them all. Because I did the smart thing, and I didn't max out everyone's friendship shit. So in that way, her events were more likely to proc. Unlike what Nova did, who she talked to everybody. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm just saying, for my purposes of trying to do everything in the game before moving on. You know. But no, her shit made me cry. Margaret is very sweet. She's an elf, she's a bard, her design is great. She's also Daria's sister, funnily enough, I think. For all these reasons, we are putting her at the top of S. I have yet to meet a character that makes me bawl like a bitch that much for their romance. And then we got Xiao Pai. Oh boy. I've seen her marriage, like her romance stuff. Ooh, that is some rough trauma. Her dad's a kind of a dick. She's clumsy. It's kind of funny, but I'm gonna put her. I'll put her in B. I think I'm gonna put her between these two because I kind of like Sakuya more, based on what I've seen. She seems pretty. Sakuya seems pretty chill. Yeah, those are all the Rune Factory 4 ladies sorted. All right, let's pull up the clips. Alright, here's the first clip. Womp. Hopefully that's...
What's up?
Oh, this. Oh god, this is... Alright, context for this clip. I got this the day after I tried asking Margaret out. Like, I was gunning for her. I asked Margaret out as soon as I got the friendship requirement for that. And it did not work out too well. Oh yeah, Illuminata. Oh, okay, that's what her name is. Oh yeah, I was wearing Dolce's hat because I got that from a dungeon. God. It was still Lumi though. Weird.
Hey, now. Oh, you broke my heart, but thanks.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, you broke my heart, but thanks. Oh, fucking hell. Because this was one of her, So, I guess all the, like, bachelors and bachelorettes in 4 had, like, a mini event to show that they were interested in you. I don't think that's a requirement to date them. But that's just me. It was just funny that it showed up immediately after I got rejected. Which I still will never not laugh at. Oh, there was this. Oh no. This was the first time. This was the first time I had gotten like one of these little audio event things after when dating a character in this game. I was not prepared.
Ready for that?
That shit fucking... That came so out of left field for me. Ah, the lizard noises, man. Lizard noises. I am a stickler for romance stuff. Oh, yeah, then there was this. There was this. This caught me way off guard with how direct she was. Not as direct as Dillis's, though. She I think me and Nova made the joke that it's like, that is...
Wait, what?
Because the reason why I said, wait, what? Was because it just clicked for me exactly what she meant. And I wasn't even paying attention to the text at the time, so I said it in sync with Lest. What? And I just... I immediately ended stream after that. I immediately ended stream because my brain was fried. I was so flabbergasted.
You might be a little too fond to catch my drift, Margaret.
Oh, yeah, there's this.
Phrasing.
That is so poorly phrased. That is so poorly phrased. Someone can easily take that out of context. Oh, man. Alright, last clip for 4. Oh, boy. God, then I gotta do all the Pokemon ones after this. Oh, there was this.
Ha ha ha! You dumb bitch! Alright, bitch, we're gonna.
I'll give context here in a second.
Showed up. I thought I was dead the moment I sent that screenshot. What's up, bun? I come back from shopping, laundry, and doing puzzles to this.
So, context behind that. As I mentioned before, Nova struggled on getting particular events to trigger because it's all RNG in 4. That's the only like subtracting factor for RF4 is all the romance shit, all the character-driven story stuff is RNG based. You get an event day. You get an event day out of the week, and it's completely random what it is. So Nova was trying to do at least, I think she was trying to do 3. She did 3 of them at the very least. She said she did Dillis, Leon, and I think she did. Oh fuck! She did the Butler dude. Oh fuck! I can't remember what his name is off the top of my fucking head. Vishnal. There we go. But no, she was struggling to get their events to pop. And I was getting both stupidly lucky, but also playing it smart and only boosting up the friendship to the people that mattered. So when I sent her this screen, I told her that I got Dolce's stuff to pop rather quickly. And that's when she came into the stream. Oh boy. Cracking my ass up. Oh my god. Alright, RF5. Oh god. So, I'm gonna say this. My experience with 5 is slightly skewed for 2 reasons. First and foremost, I played it on PC, which already is a massive help for a lot of people. Second, I played Rune Factory 5 with mods that fixed a few of the issues that people had, even on just PC. I had heard how bad the game was without them, so I took the time to fix it. So, that alone, I'm gonna just subtract what I would have normally given it from my experience, because I had to mod it to fix it. I didn't like how the lock-on system was fine, the combat was okay. I'm not a fan of how their dodge mechanic worked. And that I wasn't a fan of how clunky the magic felt either. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, I disliked how it forced you into events when you walked in there. So if you had to go in there for story reasons and that procced first, you're shit out of luck. Some of them would overlap with characters you actually wanted to hang out with. Look at you, Cecil, you bitch! Oh god, what other issue did I have? Other issues that I have? It stretched on for way too fucking long. Enemies just felt like reskins of each other at certain points. The world kind of felt dead. And also, very few of the characters really stuck with me. So, for that reason, I'm giving Rune Factory 5 a C. Now, in terms of the Bachelorettes, there weren't that many. They split them 50-50 because this was the first Rune Factory game that allowed same-sex marriage and relationships and all that shit. So Beatrice was indeed in my top 3. But I'm about to show how fucking badly I didn't really like any of the characters. Beatrice is a C for me. I hate the whole... I hate how, like, exaggeratedly, like, out of touch with everything she is. I feel like anyone else with a brain would, at the very least, have some level of common sense in her position. I don't know why she was hiding. I would like to figure that out. I might look into that later. I don't want to touch 5 again myself. But she was alright. I think this is Fubuki. No, hang on. I'm gonna need the fucking list for this. I'm gonna need the list for this one. Fuka. There we go. Fuka. I found her to be kind of annoying. She was okay, but honestly, I'll put her at the top of D. She's better than fucking Sophia, but her whole inability to speak thing followed by we can understand, it feels so weird. It just, eh. And then we got, what's her nuts? Fucking Lucy. Lucy to me felt like she was supposed to be the main girl. Like the canon choice, quote unquote. But, like, she's very competitive. I can respect that. Yeah, but I'm gonna put her... She's below Beatrice to me, man. I get no inklings of romance from her. Then we get to Ludmilla. Ah, boy. Oh, boy. Everyone's gonna judge me for this. I liked Ludmilla. I definitely want to explore her stuff in the future, either on my own or maybe on stream. I don't know. I doubt I'm gonna go back to the game for stream, but she was number 2 candidate. That being said, I'm gonna move. I like her better than Karuna, but in terms of likability just as a character in general, I don't think she beats out Xiao Pai. Then we have Priscilla. I don't know. She feels kind of meh to me. I'll put her above Fuku, but Fuki, whatever the fuck her... Fuka. God damn, I can't remember her fucking name worth the life of me. I don't know. Like I said, 5 felt kind of flat. The only one I had any real connection with was Scarlet. And she was great. She tried her best. She's someone who'd like... She's down-to-earth, professional. Kind of has a stick up her ass when you first meet her, but then she kind of loosens up. She feels like more like a proper rival of than Lucy. She feels like what Lucy should have been. So, to me, it's just... Yeah, she's obviously going above Lucy. I think... I'll put her here. I hate how it crops these images. Alright, let's get on to the Rune Factory 5 clips. Let's see what this one has to offer. Oh, this. I hated these sandals, and they stuck with me for so long. I thought it said cheap, cheap, not cheap, cheap. Like, cheap as in, like, they're not very good.
No! No! You're fucking with me!
I fucking hated those goddamn sandals.
So annoying real fucking quick. Come here.
I hated those fucking sandals, man. I just... God, I hated it. I hated it so much. Oh my god, I hated those fucking shoes. Oh, hang on, let me... I'm not gonna full screen these, fuck it. And then we had this.
Lordy lord. Oh my
I was dying for a good minute there.
no!
I hated that it was in a cutscene, but I loved it at the same time. I couldn't. I fucking couldn't. I couldn't believe that that was the thing.
God. I didn't expect that!
I was so not expecting that. I hated that they paid that much attention. Well, I think I know why. It's because our model, it was still our model moving. So I think it registered that. And I don't know whether that's intentional or not, but god damn it was that beautiful. Oh god, and then here's this. This is one of the points I was bitching about.
Is there a way I can skip this? Is there a skip button?
There was no skip button. I had to mash. This was not me.
Hear me clicking.
This was not me playing it for a bit. I was just trying to click
Get this fucker out of here.
as fast as possible.
I'm angry. The dragon's mad. The dragon is very mad.
I love those sunglasses though for that character model. I fucking hated. I hated that. I hated that there was no skip button, man. 5 felt very, very rough around the edges. Oh, oh yeah, there was this. I remember this. I called that shit.
Oh, someone's gonna come in and ruin it. I didn't even get the sentence out.
I really didn't. Got cut right the fuck off. Way to blue ball. Oh, then there was this shit. Might as well, because that took a little bit.
How much? But I need that!
My fucking pay, man. You already didn't get paid shit for dick.
Get fucked, Olivia! What? No!
Christ. Was that the last one? Yes, it was. Alright. Now on to Guardians of Azuma. Ah, boy. Trying to think of how best to describe it, because Azuma has been a little bit. When it comes to Azuma, I definitely loved it a lot, but there's a few detracting factors in it for me. First and foremost, the villager system I disliked. Or the village system, rather. I feel like if they had limited that to one village instead of having it be 4 and giving us a bigger plot or whatever to do whatever, I definitely feel like that would have made things easier. I also feel like we should have been able to decline being... I apologize for stuffy nose. I took an allergy pill, so hopefully that helps. I feel like we should have had the option to delegate the villager stuff. Granted, I also didn't interact with it unless the story demanded it. So, there was that. And I still came out alright. I dislike how we had to have someone else craft our stuff and pay money for it. Granted, money was stupidly easy to come by. I kind of disliked how we had to do that, because in the past Rune Factory games, you didn't even have to pay gold to fucking craft shit. You just grab the materials yourself and level up your own skill. But that's a con. The pro of that, though, is that you didn't have to have a certain skill level. If you had the materials and you found the item, excuse me, and you found the item's blueprint, you got it, which was fine. I liked that. So it's got its ups and downs. The combat was actually really nice once I got into the groove of it. The characters were also pretty great, too. I don't think I hated any of them. So... this is gonna piss some people off. Specifically Nova if she watches this. I'm putting Azuma above fucking Rune Factory 3. She is not gonna be happy with me about that one. But no. I think Azuma overall is just a better game than 3. It definitely broke a lot of rules, and I felt like it was getting back to form. Do I think Azuma is on... Obviously, I don't think Azuma is close to 5, or not 5, 4, god, oh my god. I feel like it's getting there, though. I feel like Azuma is on the right track. As long as they take the feedback from the community of Azuma. Yeah, Azuma was great. Yeah. I just don't think it's better than 4, and I think... Which... I think if 6 follows the skeleton of what Azuma did, like, the combat should stay. The story should only go up from there. like all that. I feel like if it builds upon what was good, and either limits or discards stuff like the village system, I feel like 6 is going to be really good. Kaguya. She was in my top 3. Or, she was until Kanata came around. She was... I was debating Kaguya, but my thing is... Oh, God. Kaguya is... She's the first... Ever since they introduced the dual protag system, with, like, you know, the male-female protag, she is the first... Well, this is the first game where you can date the other protag. I love her history with I love their history together. I love how she's like an enemy to start with. And I also love that you actually can kill her on accident. Like, dead ass. It can kill you on accident. Or you can kill her if you don't know what you're doing. And the game even is like, you need to save, you need to save, you need to save. It's like, oh boy, what the fuck's gonna happen? And then that shit happened. But for all those reasons, I am going to put Kaguya... I'm going to put her in between Forte and Scarlet here. Oh... Iroha, Oh, who's DMing me? Please don't tell me. Okay. It's just people. Okay. I marked that as red. Alright. I'll get to all of that shit in a minute. Iroha. Again, she feels like what should technically be the, and I use the air quotes here, canon choice here. But I don't vibe with her at all. She's nice. Her sister's fun. Her sister's cute, and she's like, you know, tries her best to be helpful. But I don't know. I rank her about the same. I'll put her slightly underneath Pia. Oh god, and then we have Hinata. The first time in a Rune Factory, another first for the Rune Factory series, is where you can date a previous character. I was hesitant at first because we knew Hinata from when... Or Hina, my bad. Oh my god. We knew Hina from when she was a little kid in 5, but at the same time, it's different characters, so like there was kind of that. But... she turned out to be a really good character, too. She was in my top 3. By the end. I'll put her... I'm going to put her at the top of B. I think she was great. Oh shit, I gotta... Ulalaka. She was nice, she was sweet, she gave that motherly vibe. But she wasn't bad by any stretch. I think I'll put her above... No, I'll put her... S tier. If you don't believe me, check out her romance path. I will probably do so a bit later and maybe reevaluate, but to me personally, I'm going based off my experience. Do I really think she's better than an RF5 character? She's worse than an RF5 character? Yeah, I'll put her here. Not by much, but... Then there's Matsuri. She's very fiery, she's very passionate about swordsmanship and all that. I haven't really touched it too much, but I don't know. Don't really vibe with her all that much. I'll put her above Iroha, but I considered it. Kanata came up out of nowhere. She really came up out of nowhere. For me. But her kind of childish stuff, like, I get it. It's kind of a mixed bag for me, really. I'll put her below Chlorica. Or no, I'll put her above Kanata. Or Kaguya. And then here's Clarice. Oh boy. This game made me do some things. Or not made me do some things, but this game played on... It didn't have elves! It did not have a single fucking elf, and I hate that! But it played on another interest of mine, which is these military-style uniforms. And also... German. I will not say that she's better than... So, the only downside to Clarice is that she's at the end of the fucking game. I don't like that at all. I disliked how long I had to wait for Clarice. Was it worth it? Yes. Should she have come a bit earlier? Yes. That being said, I'm putting her above Daria. I think she made a great antagonist. I love the whole curse aspect. I love helping her get over that. And she's... Oh my god, I love Clarice. She's great. There we go. My definitive Rune Factory tier list. Alright. So let me... This is going to be the one that takes a bit longer. But, let me pull up those clips. Oh god, this moment. This moment. Oh, I should probably... I'll pause the music.
What?
God, this threw me for a loop.
What the fuck do you mean?
I'm fine.
Whoa, what?
And I feel the same way.
Yo, what the fuck?
Great. It's decided.
That shit.
Right.
God damn. Not only is this like the first time we learned about a Rune Factory Pro Tag's past, but the fact that it was such a whammy like that, holy.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
We're gonna just gloss over that.
What are we going to do about...
Oh, fuck, that threw me for such a damn loop, man. God, that still boggles my mind that they had the balls for that.
Sort of.
Oh, this.
Impure with a sing.
I forgot that.
Right.
I forgot a lot of these clips, to be honest.
My ultimate technique.
Wait, do a fucking judgment cut? What?
I am the storm that is approaching. In case y'all can't tell, I'm a massive Devil May Cry fucking fan, and I will take that to my grave. I will continue to do so till the day I die. Alright, what was this? Oh.
Every
Oh, yeah.
I have cursed my one moment of weakness.
I fucking love this just because it's like, god damn, dude, that was brutal.
Hey, yo!
Farewell, my brother.
What the fuck?
Is he gone?
Yes. He can never return to this land again.
Man just fucking murked him.
I just fucking
The curse
murked him!
he left behind is a whole other problem. If we don't
Homeboy
defeat
just
Clarice,
fucking...
I know.
That was like, homeboy did it in cold blood, too. There was a lot of surprises in the Zuma, man.
Clarice.
Oh,
if you allow me to
oh,
speak-
this. Hang on, I gotta. Nope, we're making sure this is in proper form. This killed me.
Clarice, if you would allow me to clarify.
We got one more after this.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, you heard me.
Ah,
Girl.
I can't breathe out my fucking nose. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh. Oh. I see. You love me.
Clarice, if you would allow
Okay,
me.
let me close out of that before that loops. Oh my god, I fucking love it. Alright.
You are gonna kick butt.
Oh yeah, this at the fucking. This surprised me.
Eye on this one.
The valiant herald of rebellion blesses this union. May your days ring with enough laughter to shake the very heavens.
Hey, at least he's doing it proper.
What?
That was surprisingly formal for you.
Yeah? What did you expect? You think the god of new beginnings is gonna half-ass a wedding of all things?
I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, he had a fucking point there. Alright. Alright, Christmas music is coming back up. So, for the Pokemon ones, we're gonna do the game. I'm gonna rate the team members. And then I'm gonna watch the clips of when they reach their final evolutions. So, Pokemon Xenoverse. I love the game. I love the new Megas they added. But I have some issues with it. And I love their like designs for everything, but I have some issues. First and foremost, I am not a fan of how late the Mega Evolutions came. You have to go through 2 of the after story stuff to get access to Mega Evolutions. Even though you see Megas constantly after a point. That bugged the shit out of me. My second gripe. A lot of the story revolves around you and your starter. So why the fuck in the first post-game series of content can you not use your fucking starter? That shit pissed me off. It made 0 fucking sense. And not to mention, like, whoever designed, like, the puzzles and all that for, like, the later end of the game, inverted controls? Really? It just... It was so fucking annoying. Like, I love the game overall. It's a good game. But God, there were some parts of it that felt like it was intentionally made in a way to be infuriating. And I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm just bad at puzzles or whatever. No, I'm talking about it seems like simple shit, but then they make a choice that makes it intentionally frustrating. Like, I think it was like, oh, well, you gotta look at this wall to know the correct path, and you gotta make sure you don't accidentally hit any like holes or whatever. Okay, cool. But then also, when you get onto that pad at certain points, where it's already difficult enough because you gotta do a timing thing, you also have to deal with inverted controls. So while instinctually I want to go forward at the right moment, that makes me go backwards and completely fucks up my progress. It was so dumb. And not to mention some of the fights are just ridiculous. But it was still a very good game. I enjoyed the story of it. I'll give Pokemon Xenoverse an A. It would have been an S, but all the stuff that I mentioned knocked it down. Now then, Trish Out. My boy. I love this thing. I love Trish Out so much. Fire Sound, which is a new typing they added with sound, neutralizes its fucking neutralizes its weakness to water, makes it super effective against fairies, has a quad resistance to fairy. Sound is also super effective against water, so absolutely use him to demolish some fucking water types too. Yeah, no. Trish Out was fucking great. And also, I love how much focus was put on your starter, that it actually mattered to the story. Something that I wish would happen in a normal Pokemon game is more emphasis on your starter. This Pokemon that is supposed to be really rare, because again, starters are ridiculously rare. You never see them out in the wilds in most Pokemon games. You never see a starter from that region out in the wilds. Under normal circumstances. I know the Legends games that's different, but that's besides the point. I wish more Pokemon games would put emphasis on it, and for having badass designs all throughout and having an amazing just skill set and everything. Trish Out gets an S. Trish Out gets a fucking S. Dallas, aka Weavile, aka Dallas. I made him into a fucking menace. He was a menace to society. They added a Mega Weavile to Xenoverse. And let me pull up that design right now. And it gave that Weavile... It gives Weavile Technician. So a lot of go first moves. A lot of moves that could lower defense. I think I had Night Slash, which that wasn't affected by Technician. But that's fine. I had Ice Shard. I had, Rock Smash. And, I think I had, oh, fuck me. I don't remember, but I had one other move on there for type coverage. Was a complete menace. Total menace to society. Technician on that motherfucker with its attack stat and speed. Nuts. It was nuts. Let me pull up Mega Weavile real quick. Alright, yeah. Here, hang on. Let me open image in new tab. This is what Mega Weavile looked like in the game. He was fucking badass. Still sucked. He was against, like, fighting types. And he was still kind of squishy. But they made him he was a menace. So, for this reason, and because I was already a big Weavile fan to begin with, Weavile's going in S. He was another one of my hard carries in that team. Then we got Gliscor. With the introduction of sound, Gliscor gained another weakness. So it was 4 times to ice, 2 times against sound. Still a very solid mon. Granted, she came in towards the end, and by then, like, that's where, like, they had, like, a bunch of, like, the hard counter moves and all that shit. That's what I would normally be putting her against. But she still did her job. She was still pretty good. I'll give her an A. Starmie. I was debating replacing it on multiple occasions. It was kind of like my versatile move guy. But still, towards the end, it still kind of got fucked over by a lot of things. I'm putting it in B. Fatale. Poison Fairy. So not only is it quad resistant to fighting, it's also good at taking down other fairies. One second. But it was still a very solid typing, I think. Another B for Fatale. I think he was definitely better than Starmie. Ampharos. Originally who I intended to be my Mega. Found out Mega Ampharos was not in the game. They still did alright. But not as well as they could have been. More oftentimes than not, ended up getting taken out by a rogue earthquake, even with it being non-stab. It was just kind of meh. See. Alright. Let's pull up. Oh, yeah. Here's this fucking little part.
All is well that ends well.
Fucking.
I'm sorry for calling you trash.
So, for context, for those who don't know, that was Trey, I think, or Troy. I think Trey. He blew it. He was a cyborg. He blew himself up to stop a dangerous legendary Pokemon. And this is the first time we see him since that happened. He's a ghost, technically, I think. But yeah, no. But, and this is Trish out evolving, I think, or oh shit, wrong thing. No, that's not what I meant. Ah, there we go. That was a fucking misclick and a half. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's its base form. It's got 2 other forms, but I'm not going to show those right now because this final form is the only one that really like matters.
I didn't realize we got to see the actual.
They also give you the stuff for Weavile stupidly early.
So already the moveset's different, and so that wasn't different. Yeah, so I had picked up a Razor Claw earlier, and I said fuck it, because I was looking at his moveset on Bulbapedia, but he was supposed to learn Metal Claw at level 12.
Yeah, we had Weavile rather early, and I know they changed up movesets and shit.
So already
So
this
it
is
was weird.
different.
Yeah, that was weird. That was back when I was using all that old shit. We got better stuff now, though. Oh yeah, then there was fucking Ampharos finally evolving. I called Ampharos
Hey,
Buzz.
let's fucking go!
Oh god, why was that
I
always?
forgot you evolved at this level.
Ugh. Shit. Ah, the...
Hey, there we go. That's our boy.
Yeah, no. That was... fucking... whack. Was all the changes they made to that shit. But, oh well.
No, apologies for that. So first of all, we removed.
Oh yeah, I did this off screen, unfortunately, but I did show him off.
Our Mushroom Boy, and we replaced it with this guy, Fatale. They are a poison fairy type. I did this off screen just because it was gonna take me a while. I did not get ahead in the story or anything. This was available in the area that I wanted, or that I'm at.
Yeah, I did do some... I feel like I've gotten better about evolving stuff off camera. Give me like 2 seconds. Oh my god. I am so sorry. Oh god, I can breathe again. Holy shit. Sorry, I keep forgetting that I can't breathe out my fucking nose sometimes, and it's like, god damn. Alright. And there was Starmie because I was looking for that water stone.
And we'll give him this one.
I forgot how I got that. But
Ah! Dun 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 dun.
yeah, no, I was very much debating replacing Starmie by the end, but by that point, by the time I got the Mon that like would have replaced it, it was like meh. And then Gliscor was the last Pokemon on our team. Oh yeah, and I had to make some adjustments to teams and stuff to deal with the challenges, which sucked. was that. Alright. On to, I think... Alright, yeah, no, Pokemon Insurgence is up next. This is what you came around, Pixel. Poke. Yeah, this is actually how I found you. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, no. Pokemon Insurgence was a great time. I liked it. There were some moments that kind of frustrated me with, like, characters, but that was besides the point. Honestly, I don't have a single bad thing to really say about Insurgence, so I'm giving it an S. Its story, I think, was solid, if not a little edgy at times. Oh my god. Yeah. If not a little edgy at times, but, you know, I'm not opposed to that. Whew. Yeah. Solid game. Very solid game. Also gave us customizable controls and shit, and I didn't have to do any weird key mapping, so that was a plus. Alright, first up. Delta Charizard, aka Nightmare. Do I like it as much as I like Trishout's final design? No. Did Nightmare... However, Nightmare hyper-carried my fucking team. He was fucking ridiculous. And it did give you the choice to make it edgier, exactly, and I took it. But... Nightmare will be going into the S spot, but I do not grant him the rank above Trishout. Trishout was like, it had the unique typing, it had really good designs, it was great. Gastrodon, aka Schlorp. She was really on the front lines. She was. She was a menace to all things, all society. She was able to stop while I healed and, you know, made shit... And, you know, recovered everybody and all that crap. She was a solid frontliner. And for that, I give her an A. Hailstorm. This is the one that you named, Pixel. Because I was struggling on the name. Isoelectric, an odd typing combo. But your speed, but Hailstorm's speed and attack power came in handy many a times when it shouldn't have. But then there was other times where that kind of fell through. I feel very confident giving Hailstorm an A, but I don't think Hailstorm did. I feel like Slurp put in more work. I genuinely do. And then we have Crobat. I forget what I named my Crobat on this. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I forgot what we named Crobat. My brain is kind of farting on that one. Oh, shit. Crobat definitely put in some work when it was needed, but I feel like with the way Insurgence was, Crobat definitely, like, there was definitely a lot more counters and stuff to, like, the shit Crobat did. I'm gonna put Crobat in B. I feel like it definitely came in clutch, but sometimes more often than not, I had to use Crobat as a sacrificial lamb at times. It was just pretty fucking squishy. Sprout. Unfortunately, there was a lot of fire and poison types in this, especially towards like the end, or stuff that knew poison moves. Whimsicott did shine on a lot of parts, but I think it was better than Ampharos, but I genuinely don't think Sprout put in as much effort as the others. Same thing with the Metagross. I don't think it was worth the time and the effort it took to get it. I could have easily went with a different Psychic type Pokemon, and I've gotten probably, well, I won't say that. Metagross came in clutch a few times. I'll put it above Whimsicott, but I don't know. It might just because I didn't know how to use it. But that's just me. Alright. It's time to pull up some clips. Oh, yeah, this. I think I know exactly what this is.
Fucking try there.
I still look back on this.
I've been bamboozled.
I still can't believe I fell for that.
I've been fucking had.
I'm never gonna let myself let that go. That was so fucking embarrassing. Like, holy shit. But, here is Delta Charizard evolving.
Yes! Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare!
I do look back on my old teams and I do miss them. Is why I'm taking the time to remember my boys and girls.
Yeah!
Gastrodon was the second member of our team.
You've only served to power up Slurp. There we go.
God,
That's
Slurp just felt like such an out-of-pocket fucking
yeah, fair.
oppressive monster.
Bum, bum, banana, dun, 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 dun. Yes! Behold Slurp in her full glory.
Ah, man. Surgeons was such a wild ride. Maybe I'll... hang on. What? Oh, yeah, I did name her Seba. Okay, weird. I couldn't remember it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, he did kind of carry... she did kind of carry that whole gym, huh? And then we had Whimsicott and Gallade, because those were in the same thing, because I bought the stones for them.
Ah! Da, da, dum, bum, bum, ba, da, 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 dum, dun, 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 da, dum. Oh, thank God. He's so fucking cool!
Fucking Sprout, man.
And we'll take Sprout, because I'm 90% sure we're going to find some TMs and shit to teach him along the way.
I got better at building teams over time, I feel like. Alright, and then we had Metagross, which we unfortunately did not get to name because we didn't catch it. And I saved up rare candy specifically for that, so we didn't have to grind them up. They grow up so fast. Alright. Up next, Pokemon Infinite Fusion. I'm not gonna lie. Infinite Fusion was weird to me. It was a cool premise. And the community around it definitely makes it a good game with all like the unique designs and everything. But I don't know. It just kind of wasn't my thing. I enjoyed it, but it just didn't feel like something I wanted to continue doing. That's why I stopped when I did. I'm gonna give Infinite Fusion a B. Like, it is a... Not necessarily just a rehashing, but it's like a... I get what they were trying to do. I appreciate what they were trying to do. I think they managed to pull it off very well. Unfortunately, I just didn't vibe with it. That being said, however... Moving on to... Garyon, my starter. It was a Girafarig first, and then we finally managed to track down the other half to it. Because I avoided... There's going to be, if it is not already out, Infinite Fusion Hoenn. What the fuck? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, no. Garyon is, of course, my Girafarig Chandelure fusion, and I went with it purely because this sprite is badass. I mean, come on. That was before I knew Chandelure competitively was a fucking monster, but that's besides the point. The design was badass. I was hunting for the stuff I needed for it for so long. It became a complete and total monster. That being said, I do not think it's better than Delta Charizard or Trishout. But I still do believe it is deserving of another S. I do not think there is a single starter that I have had. Well, there might be coming up, but I loved most of my starters. And then we have Hydronoid, which was my Blaziken Hydreigon fusion. Took a little bit to get him there, but he didn't really do as much as I thought he was going to. I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely think the typing kind of held him back a bit. Maybe, but... I definitely think he did more than the Metagross. So, Tai C. Then we got Blade. Blade was a double fusion of fucking Bisharp, and he was a menace to society, I feel like. He's still wanted for his war crimes, I believe. deep down in my heart, I'm gonna give him an A. Rasula. Quad weak to flying, and that surprisingly showed up quite a bit in my playthrough. She still managed to put in some work, especially given access to Woodhammer. Oh boy. I do not think, though, that Rasula was better than Fatale or Crobat. And then there was frickin' Mary. I went with it because it looked cool. I thought it would balance out my typings and everything. But, she didn't really put in as much work as I thought she was going to. I just didn't like her at the end. That's gonna be our first D tier, unfortunately. Lucifer was a menace, but not as much as everyone else. I'm gonna put Lucifer above Rasula in the mid B, but I definitely think that he could have been better. I definitely think that, well, it was Rock Fairy, so it opened up the door to a bunch of other weaknesses, in my opinion. That was, granted, a lot of that was on me, but, you know. Alright. Infinite Fusion Clips.
What up, Oak?
Oh yeah, this is this was another one of yours, Pixel. You fucking rat.
Your Vorance lost like a bitch. I think you know why he has so many
accusing my man mad about of having Gardevoir for unholy reasons. I can't believe you, Pixel. And then this was when we got fucking
This is not the sprite we want.
Gary on to his full glory, and it was beautiful.
Ever since we got Giraffe Rig and I looked at what it could fuse with, this is what I wanted. Still cool? Yeah. But not as cool as this. Not as cool as this. This looks like a motherfucking Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, it was Ghost Psychic. It was quad weak to frickin' dark, but god damn. Not much else. I don't really think it was weak to much else. Alright, and then here's Hydronoid's final evolution. Got it. It looked so ugly. When Nintendo did recently add humanoid to its head group. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
There it goes. Ooh, this is a tough call. Do we go black or do we go white? I'm personally thinking the black.
Yeah, I was a little bit indecisive about that, but oh well. Alright, Lucifer. It looked so cool, and I hoped it would be badass. It kinda was, but it didn't really live up to my expectations all too well. Which is on the... Is it not?
Yep, here we go.
Okay, it is
Our
pickups.
first actual evolution. Yep, here we go.
Yeah, Lucifer was the
Here we fucking go.
Lucifer was the first to evolve.
Behold, Lucifer, Lycanvian. Yes.
I didn't like that sprite. I like the one that I picked because, like, but granted, I also understand how it was kind of hard for people to see like the actual detail of the sprite. It took me a little bit, but once I realized, like, oh, that's what it actually looks like, I was more chill with it. But it was weird. So they could have made that a lot more clear.
Here we go.
I still find it bullshit. You had to evolve him or level him up twice to trigger both. It was so dumb.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, there he is. Oh, hell yeah.
I debated using the King Gambit fucking thing, but I already used King Gambit in my fucking Scarlet playthrough.
Here we go.
God, she looked so cool, but did not live up to my expectations.
God, it looks so fucking cool. It looks like an abyssal creature of the deep.
Yeah, and Rasula was just a straight out fusion.
That's just so fucking cool.
It looked fucking great.
Like, goddamn. Like, that also looks pretty fucking cool. What are we thinking? 1 or 2?
Yeah. That was a... I loved that. That was great. Alright. On to Pokemon Infinite. I don't know how to say this. I didn't much care for Pokemon Infinite. It wasn't bad, but it was too short. The plot, I disliked it was all a dream thing, and then in order to continue to the post game, you had to not only beat that boss again, like it stuck you in that loop until you figured out what to do with that. I dislike how you're aware you're just sleeping and shit. It's I don't know. That part kind of just left a bad taste in my mouth, and people are gonna hate me for it, but I'm gonna give it a C. It wasn't horrible. It's just a bunch of stuff that, like, kind of grinded my gears. That I personally just could not look past. But, yeah. So, another thing that I disliked was the starter. If I had chosen Charmander or Squirtle, I feel like it would have been maybe slightly different. But I just disliked Echo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, however you pronounce it. Venusaur. I disliked it. It wasn't bad, but I just felt like it wasn't putting its weight in. And compared to the other stuff I grabbed, it got outshone. God, this is gonna be such a drastic shift. I'm giving it a B. It was still good, but I just... Didn't much care for it. Skarmory. Good mod. I'm glad they gave it a pre-evolution. I genuinely think it did better than Venusaur. It did its job. And then we have Drakeon, aka Lyung, the favored son. This was truly my starter, I feel. It fucking ran a train on everything. It was a menace to society. And I think, genuinely, it deserves its spot in S. Even above Weavile. I love its design. It had a good ability. Paired that with the muscle band I put on it, it just shredded everything. Next up is Houndoom. Again, a solid choice. He did his job. He did his job well. I'm gonna give him an A. Whatever the fuck. It was Dooney. I don't remember what the fuck the name of this evolution was. But Ground Fairy. Surprisingly good. But do I think it was everything it was cracked up to be and I was hoping for? No. Low B. Toxicroak. Tiana. Was pretty good. Took care of fairies and steel types and all that. I'm gonna put it above Echo Venusaur. Yeah. For me, Infinite wasn't really... It was... I hate to shit on it because I know a lot of people like it, but to me, I just did not vibe with it nearly as well as the others. Alright.
It just pissed me off and then...
Yeah, this is where the mindfuckery started. It worked for shock value, but...
Huh? It just pissed me off and then... Oh, sweet, here we go. Alright. A boy! Evolve. Damn, we're only 2 episodes in. We're 3 streams in. We already have him.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Like the pacing felt like so much faster than the others. Was not really the biggest fan.
Essentially just a move version of the ability Magic Bounce. I don't know what that does. Oh, well, shit. Alright. Hell yeah, Batman. We win these.
Quest Spars, that's what it was. Damn. Yeah, Quest Spars was alright. Hunting for Toxicroak or Krogunk sucked.
Left to evolve is Dooney, which is in 6 levels.
I'm also doing this in order of when they joined the team, not when they evolved. I think. Well,
Please. Yep, there we go. Right evolution. Pixel. He looks so fucking cool! Look at him! Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, and I hunted for that fucking Houndor off screen. Trying to find him was a bitch.
That'll make my life a lot easier.
Alright. Next up is Pokemon Flux. So, based on what I've seen of it so far, what we've played through and everything, because I have not touched it outside of that. I know there's side quests and everything, but I'm not really going to fuck with that. I love the premise of the Flux moves. I like how customizable they feel. I love that system. I prefer stuff like Mega Evolution over it, but it's not a bad system. For this being a fan game, it's not bad. That's not bad, what they did. I also appreciate they moved all the HM stuff over to those Flux moves. Does it still suck that you're using a move slot on it? Yeah, absolutely. But if it's a Pokemon that, like, you're never going to use the Flux move on, the fuck's the point? Of just it fills that up. And also, you can reteach it, like you could hot swap them out. For this reason, I'm going to give Pokemon Flux, as of right now, an A. I like Xenoverse more, but Flux is getting there. Depending on how they treat this final section of the story, it will determine on if I think it's better than Xenoverse. Now for our starters. Or now for our Pokemon team. They also give you 2 starters, which is great. They kind of did it like the Pansage Simisear thing, except you got a choice. Well, Siren Tide, they fucking forced on me. And then I got the pick, the other one. Fox is such a hyper carry. Holy fucking shit. Especially with his Flux move. My gods, is he a menace to everything around him. It's scary how powerful he is. And it is for that reason I rank him among the top 3 of my starters. Even above Garyon. Fox has been the MVP in that Flux playthrough. It's scary. And I love his design. I love his moveset. I love all of that. He's great. Siren Tide. Another solid choice. Another solid starter. That being Water Fairy. That being said, I don't know I don't know. Out of the other 2, I definitely like the Vilucard more. I think it's Poison Dark or some shit like that. With its life draining ability and everything. I like that way more than Siren Tide. I only went with the one I chose because I liked I only went with the protagonist I chose. It's because I liked his design more. So, yeah. I had to design my team around Siren Tide. Because I am of the philosophy that you should use your fucking starters. I get it if you're doing a Nuzlocke or something, but if you're doing a playthrough and your first instinct is to box your starter, what the fuck, man? They have good stats. They have a 3-stage evolution. And it is a gift. You are meant to use them. Siren Tide gets an A. Tyranimal. It took a bit for you to be good, but when you got there, you were pretty solid. You were pretty solid. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Aragog does. I definitely think you were better than Toxicroak. Roll now. You're right there. Cirrus. Pretty fucking solid. Another solid typing. Another solid Mon. Ice types are still kind of a bitch, but you know what? I will definitely put you above Blade. Because quad weakness to fighting kind of fucked Blade over a couple times. Vorgol. Ice Dragon. Nullifying one of Dragon's nullifying Dragon's other weakness and being able to counter that. Fucking phenomenal. Granted, we got it towards the end, so we haven't really gotten to see it in action so far, but I have high hopes. We might reevaluate it after, but I'm giving it an A. And then as for our Taserling, Poison Electric, quad weak to ground, but you put in some work. I will put you at the top of C tier. Personally, I think you did your job well. You did pretty good. This list will change when we finish Pokemon Flux, whenever that full update comes out. But yeah, this is that tier list. Alright. We're gonna watch... Now, for the rest of this stream, we're gonna be watching clips. So, I'm gonna turn that music off. And, yeah. So, we'll be doing the evolutions for the Pokemon in Flux, along with a funny moment clip from Flux. And then... I have gathered 5 other clips from throughout the year, as close as I could get to this year. And that'll be the last of it. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, god damn it.
I went all the way back and bought that shiny stone. Waste of fucking money. But oh well. What are you gonna do about it? I hated myself for it. God, the level caps really kind of fucked with your perception of this a bit, but hey.
Now he's a flying type.
It also fucked with my head that for the first 2 evolutions it was just pure fire, not fire flying.
God, he looks so fucking cool.
Pyropteryx was so good.
Fucking cool.
So fucking good. I fucking love designs here.
Evolve. I mean, wrong franchise.
Yeah, Siren Tide was also pretty goated. Then we have Aragog.
Hopefully now he'll start being useful.
He was useful after that, after he evolved. He had a slow start, but, you know.
Hopefully.
I do recommend Aether and Chaos stories. I definitely am planning on it. I'm definitely gonna try it at the very least. And we'll see how it goes. But I want to beat Flux first, so we're going to be focusing on Digimon Cyber Sleuth for quite a bit. Because they have the last third of that story to release. I was hoping by the time it took me to...
This is why I always make my list and check it twice, bitch.
Seguana, yeah. Fucker was nuts. But, I was hoping that by the time I was done with, that's why I alternate between Digimon and Flux so much, is I was hoping that would give it time. Because it said X number of hours of gameplay. I was like, okay, cool. And then I realized that's including all the side quests and everything. Which I tend not to do unless, something I need for one of my team members. Yeah. Here we go. God, it looks so cute. Phaedra, man. God, it was so good. I loved this fucking... I love Flux.
And there he goes. He evolves.
And there's Taserling.
Ooh, look at you.
I realized I used the wrong... well, it's whatever. It's whatever. Alright. Now for some of the other funnier moments. 1, 2... Yeah, fucking hell. Fucking Christ on a stick. This one cracked me the fuck up the most. This was the Warframe stream.
Alright, what are we wanting?
What have you guys written in the squad chat? Good God.
You're just now noticing that?
Hark, if you're in the chat right now, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. I lie.
Hark, you
And I'm flipping that to another window.
Hark, you dense motherfucker.
Fucking hell. And if you want to know what was in that squad chat, check out the VOD. Check out the VOD. Fucking Christ. These are my friends, man. For fuck's sake. Oh yeah, this bullshit. I still... This never happened to me in a spore playthrough before. I've never had this happen.
Where'd he go?
I've already forgot. It was some depraved shit, man. My friends are fucking weird. God, you rarely find these rogues, and then not only did I manage to befriend the fucker...
Damn it. Fuck off, UFO. No!
Yep. Never happened to me before. Never happened to me before now.
Fuck you!
Fucking asshole, man. That sucked.
I can't believe that just fucking happened!
I still can't believe that fucking happened. And that happened a while ago. Oh, yeah. This moment. I fucking love Dragon Fable so much. It's such a good game. when she punted that little shit. I fucking hate imps, man. They're so fucking stupid. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there was this. Is that gonna start? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, I didn't even get a clip of this because for some reason YouTube has it turned off. But that's okay.
You guys all cross first, I'll cover you.
Yeah, this one was still doing that weird audio glitch. This was...
Oh, that's just fucking rude! That's so fucking rude!
God, that pissed me off.
No! It's not what he did, it's what I did. Apparently, that bridge can't support the weight of a mech, and when I stepped on it, the bridge collapsed and killed us. Yeah!
That's not great.
That's not cool at all!
Whoopsie on my part. In my defense, in this situation, I had no fucking idea that would happen. None of us did. This was right when Oshune came out. That's right when that shit started going down. I had no fucking idea that was gonna happen. That's not my fault. That is so not my fault. Here we go, and then we got this. This one freaking cracks me up.
Oh, yay, lovely. Alright, Adrian, get the fuck out of the room. Get the...
Rest in peace, Adrian. Oh,
Alright, Adrian, get the...
yeah. Yeah, Adrian got fucked. Oh, hang on, I gotta fix this. God damn it. Boop. There we go. Alright. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. And really, thank all of you guys for making this an amazing year. I know some of those clips were from like well over a year ago. But yeah. It is unfortunate that it happened like that, but what are you gonna do? I don't know when I'll be back to streaming. It'll probably be sometime towards like the middle or end of January, depending on how things go. I want to spend time with my family, or be available to spend time with my family, rather. Yeah. I'll still be active in my Discord server. That's in the link below. I know we didn't break my goal. I wanted to get to 500 or at least 200, 250 subscribers before the end of the year, but I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that, but that's okay. We'll keep pushing forward. We'll keep trying because I love doing this. This is fun for me. And I know we're going to do better, and I know we're going to grow and all that, so. For those of you who celebrate it, Merry Christmas. If you don't, have a happy holidays. Have a happy New Year as well. I hope everyone has a good rest of their year. Remember, Acolytes, peace is a lie. I'll see you guys in 2026.